Oh, wait, did the settings that I changed not changed? Oh, my OBS crashed, so my settings derped. Okay. Let me fix this really quick. Default StarCraft music is all we need for this. Add the score, Nathan. Add the score. Don't mean to disrespect, but it's Kappa StarLeague night. Alright. We've already got a first map. Let's probably open up the chat. Well met. I feel like there's something else people are going to really want when we're in game today. I need to fix one thing. I need it to stop switching scenes for one bloody moment. Alright, sick. Let me set this up. This looks really ugly right now because I haven't set it up yet. You guys are not unfortunately able to attend Santa Monica to the person asking in chat. I wish. It's just not doable. Today, subs get a new emote. Sir-based, Sir-ban, and Sir-fappa have been removed. I might re-add Sir-fappa, but I needed a higher quality image. Oh shit. Totally just added these. Those are not channels. Those are Kappas. Channel is Nathanius. Add, yay. Sir-based, Sir Cappuccino, and Sir-bane. Okie dokie. So the Kappa meter should be operational now. I know people really like to see this. So we're going to make this work with our overlay. Might require a bit of fiddling around, but we'll make it work. Nate, you're more welcome. More than 7 links. Yeah. Alright. Let's get the overlay functioning again. Okay. Just gonna start this off. I'm going to watch a movie when we're done with this. The goal here is not to... Is Jagtress getting picked on now? Is that how this has come down to? Poor Jagtress. I turned the Kappa meter online just for you guys. Alright, both. Fenner! Oi! Need to make sure Fenner's ready. Alright, Fenner's ready to go, guys. We're going to start this off. They want Catalina to be the first map. It's a best of 9. Lots of ZVZ, so if you don't like ZVZ, this might be the lowest viewership event I've ever done. But it's also the highest prize pool event that I've ever done. And this is just my way of being a sick, ironic bastard. The winner of these guys get a flight booked. They can come stay with me in my Dirty Caster Money hotel in Detroit. If the overlay looks bad, I'll fix it. But I think we can manage it. I think we can manage it. I think it looks okay. Let me move the Kappa to this side. Let's move that Kappa to this side just a little bit. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Hope it doesn't interrupt too much of anything. Look at that. Hashtag production quality. Production value is off the hook today. That's because I changed a lot of my computer settings for streaming, and I need to tweak it just one more time. The production value is actually disgustingly high today. So, with that being said, guys, welcome to the Kappa StarLeague. This is going to be a best of 9 between 2 Zerg players. The winner gets a flight paid to Detroit for Battlegrounds Detroit. I know these two guys practice a lot. I know these two guys are very good players. I know them both. I like them both. I play DayZ with one of them quite a bit. However, you know, in the spirit of being fair, I can't just pay for someone's flight. I can't just do that. I have to make them work for it. I have to make them work for it. Of course, the first player in the top right from Root Gaming, it's Petraeus. Both of these players represent Root for Root, by the way. Petraeus is from New Zealand, I believe. And his opponent, who is actually from England, but for some reason everybody thinks he's from Australia, mostly because he lived there for a little while. It is Root Gaming's Fenner. Now, Fenner is a huge favorite in this matchup, and by that I mean, statistically speaking, there's no way in hell that he should be able to win. He's going to open up with a hatchery first against a pool first, so I expect Petraeus to be on the lookout for, you know, maybe a little bit of cheese in this series. So opening pool first is just a safe way to try and not die, right? Because no one really likes to die, and that's just how it is. So this is, you know, all building up, like I said, to end up being for a flight to Battlegrounds Detroit. And, oh wait, I have to set myself on Team Liquid. Look at this! Look at this. I didn't even fix my Alt-Tab switcher, so now you actually get to just look at my face during the cast so that I can set us live on TL. God, this production value is actually so good, I can't even handle it. Can't even handle it. Okay, so Fenner has not pulled all of his drones in the few seconds that it took us to get this far in this game. And Petraeus is going to open up with a gas to follow all of this up. So why, you might ask, it's like, what's the big deal about this event? I've never heard of Detroit. It's like, is Detroit even a real place? Can I go there? Is that something that I can do? Well, if you're watching, I implore you to check out battlegrounds.redbull.com. Go watch it. It's going to be an awesome event. You're going to be able to meet me, probably Roddy, some of your other favorite commentators. I don't know who else is actually confirmed for the event, so I don't want to raise the hype too high, but I do want you guys to at least know. Yeah, so I did want to get, actually just wanted to pay for a flight for Fenner, but I told him, I was playing DayZ with him, I'm like, Fenner, you gotta prove that you can do it, you gotta beat someone else at the house that would also like to go, and I like Petraeus a lot, so I figured, as these two guys are probably the most active practicers in the house, aside from Igas, but Igas is in Australia right now, I can't afford a flight from Australia to Detroit, that's simply not going to happen, but basically these two guys have been grinding their hearts out, and I wanted to give them a chance to come over and, you know, be able to participate in some more North American events. Because either one of these players probably could get into the round of 32. And in the round of 32 at Battlegrounds Detroit, everybody gets paid. You make at least $200 if you can beat up on someone who's going to end up probably being, who's going to end up, wow, I was like trying to turn my mic and it pulled my mouse cable. As you can see, I'm also literally the greatest observer ever born. So, Zergling's going to go in, try to do a bit of scouting. Now, Petraeus, despite taking this gas, he's not gone for anything like Zergling speed. He's got a very late gas mining from it, actually. I feel like this extractor was much earlier than he's used it. He's picking off some Overlord. Thing fell over like a meat sack. That's unfortunate. But Fenner, he's going to play Roaches. Actually, both of these players are just going to rush up to Roaches, and that makes sense. There's a lot on the line. I'd say that the value of this prize is anywhere from $500 to $700, because maybe I should have done this show match a little bit earlier to reduce the costs of the flight, but oh well, that's my fault for having a job. But Roachhorn's going to complete something for Fenner, who's just getting a single evolution chamber. Roachhorn starts a little bit later. It's still going to kind of line up with the lair of Petraeus, so none of it actually matters at all. But Fenner does need to get his lair together. He could just go for something crazy. He's got Zergling speed on the way. Maybe Fenner's intentions are a bit more aggressive than we had anticipated. He's going to go straight up to 8 Roaches. Wow. So what it looks like Fenner wants to do is a big Roach speedling attack. And I can't really blame him, as he's not the favorite player in this matchup. Petraeus, I feel like for whatever reason, is a huge favorite, but I actually told these players this match was happening a little bit before I even announced it. So I've been trying to get Fenner to practice. I'm like, Fenner, you have the potential. You just need to find it within yourself. Otherwise, that guy who's going to make fun of you for the rest of your life probably when you lose this, he's going to get a free trip to Detroit. But he's killing some scouting overlords. He doesn't want him to see these Roaches. And actually, this morphing overseer almost didn't. But now these Roaches are going across. And as this is the Kappa StarLeague, of course, I encourage all of you to spam Kappa in the chat as much as you want. This might be the lowest KPM event we've ever had, simply because very few people are going to come here just to watch ZVZ, but I'm trying to save esports over here. And these Roaches are trying to save Fenner's chances and break him. But Fenner actually starts up his lair. A lot more lings. He starts up his lair, so he doesn't infinitely fall behind in tech, because his Roach speed is very far behind, and the Overseer, the Overlord with the creep, can see all these forces. And Petraeus just has too many Roaches, I think, to be broken. Like, he's just not going to be able to break this Roach wall. And now Petraeus has his Roach speed, and he's going to try to take a third base. But Fenner did take his own third. So, oh man, these queens, that is a rough loss. You really can't afford to lose your queens like this. Trying to surround these Roaches. Well, that's a cute little maneuver from Fenner. He's baited him. He has masterfully baited these Roaches into running back. Yeah, but Petraeus cleans up the Zergling wall, and that means his Roaches are able to engage directly with Fenner's. And now he just has too many Roaches, and I'm really worried for Fenner. I think Petraeus might be able to actually clean up with the counterattack. It was a bold move by Fenner to try to make a push like this work in the early stages of the match, but unfortunately for him, Petraeus just did not really make any mistakes. He didn't slip up, and he's so far ahead in tech that these speed Roaches with +1 attack are going to be almost unkillable. Fenner doesn't have any upgrades. His third base is pretty much forfeit, and it looks like the first game is already going to go to Petraeus, which is a bit, bit of a rough start to this series for Fenner, as we're only 10 minutes into the first game, but even contaminating. He's like, you're not even going to get your queen out. So Petraeus is going to march up Fenner's ramp. He's getting ready to attack. Evolution Chamber is going to get destroyed. And Petraeus, there's nothing, honestly, guys, he can't be stopped here. GG, well played is called. And Petraeus takes the first map here in this Kappa StarLeague Flight Night. Petraeus, of course, the overwhelming favorite for this series. But I like both of these players, which is why I told him they could come hang out with me in Detroit, whoever wins. Because no such thing as a free lunch. You got to work for it. Of course, the flight and everything is being paid for out of my pocket by those of you who watch without ad block and those of you who are subscribed to the stream. So I'm giving back my dirty esports caster money to the community, or at least attempting to do so. So hopefully you guys enjoy this match. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching a little bit of ZVZ when there's something on the line, when it's two players. I can't say they're American, but living in America and whatnot, trying to make something for themselves. But let's find out what the second map is going to be. Alright. King Staging Station. Bum. Mix. King Staging Station, I wonder... So the player who actually had the first pick of maps overall was Petraeus. But... let's see... So now Fenner gets to pick because he lost the first map. Maybe he has a special build he likes on this map. Maybe there's something more that he likes here. Who knows? Let's find out. Anything could happen. Alright, both players are ready. We're just going to go straight into game number 2. Nathaniel is sticking to caster tradition, having nothing on their walls. If you want to send me a poster, man, just PM me in Twitch. Let me know if you can find a good poster. I'll buy it. I just don't... I don't have time. I actually don't have time. But we're loading into map number 2. Petraeus is up 1-0, like I said. And this is a perfect time to remind you all to follow me on Twitter, @AtheniusTV. I want to do more of these, but I have a feeling that it's going to be difficult. Viewership's going to be rough. But you know what? If you guys actually like it, if people that do watch like these kinds of things, if you like the idea of show matches to give players opportunities, then... that's something that you should tweet at me, because honestly, I'm not going to do a lot of these if people are more interested in having people just bash their heads against each other in their off race. But I just wanted to try to give these guys a chance. So, in the top left, it's Root Fenner, who's down a map, and it's very difficult matchup for him. I don't actually know what Fenner's best matchup is. And his opponent in the bottom right, Petraeus. I don't actually know what his best or worst matchup is either. Both of these players are from Root Gaming. And actually, in case you guys didn't know, these guys are both right now living in California. I was going to say Southern California, but no, that's where I live right now. They live in like Northern California. These guys are just east of San Francisco. And they're both living in the Root House in good old Antioch, California. And I'm sure that the winner of this is probably going to end up pretty happy. Because they're going to get a full flight paid to go all the way. Wow, Nate, look at that. Not even updating the scoreboard. I actually think I lost my passion in the span of that one ZVZ. It's like I tried to host an event with a ZVZ, but then it was like, no, actually you hate ZVZ so much that it killed your passion to try to pay someone to play it. But all jokes aside, the winner of this best of 9 does get a full paid flight to go from San Francisco all the way to Detroit, which when you're a pro gamer, when you're practicing in the Root House, not everybody has had it pay off for them yet. Ayagas actually played out quite a bit in the Root House. He was staying there for a very long time before he went to compete in the ACL, an Australian tournament. And Aya's practice actually paid off really well for him. He was able to qualify for WCS America Premier League, which guaranteed him $2,000 of prize money this season. So Aya's made $2,000 just off this season WCS. He then qualified for the round of 16, so he's actually made $3,000, and he's guaranteed to make $2,000 again because he can't be knocked out of Premier League next season because he made to the round of 16. So these are two players that are in the same environment. They're training very hard as well, and they would like, to strut their stuff, but in a situation like this, not quite yet making those big bucks. So that's the whole point of this show match. I don't think I would ever offer a free flight or an opportunity at a free flight to anybody that could probably afford it, because both of these guys told me that they were not going to be able to make it to Battlegrounds Detroit, and that was just really upsetting for me because I love my Root boys. I know Supernova is going to be there, and I guess Ayagas could almost make it work if his round of 16 matches are close. I don't actually know when WCS America round of 16 is. They don't even tell us guys ahead of time. Well, not too far ahead of time. But the builds look pretty... Okay, actually it's non-gasless opener from Fenner this game. He's opened up with an extractor. So there's an opportunity here for him to try to do something aggressive, but Petraeus also opened up with speed. So we have mirror openings for the most part. Hatch first, into pool, and just straight macro play. But, oh, there's a Baneling nest from Petraeus and his main next to his spawning pool. Maybe we're going to see some Banelings. Who knows? Could be some Banelings. Could be some sick Bane eruptions. Yeah, I put the Kappa meter in because people always ask for it during these types of matches. But because it's an important match, because there's something on the line, we do have a little bit of a delay on the stream, so your Kappa meter is probably going to be delayed, the total Kappa per minute in chat, by maybe a minute. I'm not sure. Maybe a minute and a half. It's not a crazy delay because both of these guys live with each other, so if one of them cheated, they would just brutally murder the other. But Petraeus is actually stockpiling quite a few Zerglings, and I'm getting the impression that he wants to go for a very big Zergling Baneling attack, and that's pretty much what he's going to do. Now, he's trying to dodge. Well, there's only 2 Lings, but now a few more are going to come by, and that's going to make things awkward. He gets 2 Lings here into the main. He sees the Baneling Nest is done for Fenner. Fenner's getting a Spine Crawler as well, which will help him defend against this, but Baneling's on the way. Fenner can see that Petraeus is building Banelings outside of his base. Not fun, not a fun thing to see. Picks off just 1 Zergling, damages another. Every unit that Fenner can kill at this stage of the game is very important. Here come the Zerglings. Fenner has defensive Banelings, only 2 though. And is he going to trade? Is he going to trade? Maybe. Great counter trade from Petraeus though. Fenner has no more Banelings. More Lings are coming in, but his Queen's about to get picked off. Not good. The drones are taking a lot of damage, and the Zerglings are going to run straight into the mineral line of Fenner, going to work on those workers. The Zerglings are defending so far. The total worker count is favoring Petraeus now, so he's actually got his money's worth, both players having killed 6 drones. I actually don't even know. How did Fenner kill 6 drones? Am I blind? Am I literally blind that I missed a drone attack? Did he counterattack with Banelings? I think I'm literally blind. Anyway, Fenner's going to go for a big counterattack towards Petraeus' base. Some Banelings finishing up. One of them detonates. He's trying to get that spine. Towards the Baneling, but I think the Banelings have actually been pretty good for Petraeus so far in this game, and that has been difficult. He's moving forward, trying to come in, get this run on these Queens. Is Fenner going to break Petraeus here? The Queens are going to die. There are no Banelings for Petraeus. He doesn't even need his Banelings here, Fenner. He's just going to bring them up all to the ramp. These drones were so clumped. Baneling detonations were not ideal. Not ideal for Fenner at least. But now he's getting into that mineral line, and he has actually taken out a significant number of drones, but Petraeus denies any further Banelings from being built inside his base. And, he's building 9 Banelings. Fenner is going to go ham. He is not ready to end this yet. Now let's take a look at the worker count. Fenner is still behind. I don't even know how did he lose more drones? This game actually doesn't make any sense to me anymore. He's trying to break this ramp. There's Banelings morphing Fenner. No. Well, that one didn't do too bad. That one did okay. Trades 2. That's awkward. He's basically just trading Banelings, but there might be too many Banelings here. Fenner's just going to run a ton of them into the drone line. Petraeus trying to split. There's so many Banelings with this. Fenner just has a ridiculous number of Banelings, but he has to get these drones clumped up, otherwise the splash doesn't really mean too much. Okay, now he's starting to get some sick detonations. More Zerglings running in for Fenner, and suddenly Petraeus is on the ropes. He's got 1 Baneling detonates on 3 Lings, but there's still Banelings left for Fenner. He's still got Banelings. He's going to break through, and Petraeus can't even mine at this point. GG. Fenner ties the series up 1 apiece, and suddenly I'm a very happy man because I was told that Fenner was not supposed to win a single map. Of course, thankfully it's ZVZ, so sometimes the games can be nice and short. I'm not going to pretend to be unbiased about my favorite matchups just because I'm horribly biased for both of these players, but with how many people told me this is going to be a clean sweep, I'm already happy. I'm already happy to see Fenner tie the series at 1-1. That was a pretty sick play. Petraeus wants to play the next map out on Overgrowth. Reasonable request. This is a reminder, of course, if you guys like the Kappa StarLeague, maybe this is probably not your favorite event. This probably isn't the favorite, the most popular or important. I can't imagine this is going to be the highlights Kappa StarLeague match, but that's kind of what the subscriptions or watching without ad block, whatever, what have you, go towards. So if you guys like the Kappa StarLeague, let me know. Tweet at me, Anathenius TV. If we actually break 500 viewers, I'm going to be blown away, simply because it's ZVZ. And normally I try to get like 1 super famous player in to help draw in viewers, but these 2 guys are actually just awesome, and they deserve this opportunity. They deserve it. And I just want to say shout out to Rob from production. You guys are actually starting to set the Kappa meter off a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to make sure I set both these players' teams to Root Gaming. All right. So, it's pretty good. Loading into game number 3. I brought this upon myself, but it's okay. It's okay because these two guys are awesome enough for me to stand through ZVZ. It's worth it. It's worth it. Tie one apiece. I just hope we don't actually, you know, as much as I love both of them, if we went to game 9, I would be really happy for both of them because, you know, you don't want to be in like a difficult spot, but casting 9 games of ZVZ is also going to be like the ultimate test of my willpower. Especially since I'm going to see a movie after this. Anyway, Petraeus is the yellow Zerg in the bottom left. Representing Root Gaming. And Fenner is the teal Zerg in the top right. So we've had some aggressive plays. Fenner going with the 9 pool. He's going full Scarlet this game. And Petraeus, well, he's certainly not opening up with any type of aggressive or defensive build just yet. A 15 pool would still, I think, nullify most of the aggressive potential. But if he goes for a hatch first, that's when things are going to get a little bit tricky. He needs to start an Overlord. Okay, there we go. So Fenner's Overlord is going to line up with when the pool finishes. And does he only have 1 larva? He might have only 2 larva when his pool's done. Okay, maybe he'll have 3. No, he's going to have just 2 larva. So I have to wait for his 3rd set of Zerglings. And Petraeus with the hatch first, man. Don't you know you never hatch first versus Scarlet on Overgrowth? She's always going to 9 pool you. And suddenly, I'm happy because I love cheesy games. Look at this! Fenner waits to say good luck and have fun until he's got Zerglings on the way. What a douche. Oh my god. You know, I played DayZ with Fenner many a time, and we're the kind of people to brutally murder someone, but I would never say GLHF to someone and then brutally, you know, like in StarCraft, and then brutally murder them. I can tell in DayZ why Fenner would do that, but now I know the Lings are coming. What is Petraeus going to do? What is Petraeus going to do? And I forgot to log out of Steam before this match. Someone thinks they're a funny man. Petraeus is hatchery. I don't think he can hold it. He's got to pull drones. His pool's almost done, but is Fenner just gonna? Oh no, Fenner's gonna run straight into the base. Scarlet always goes for the hatch. Does he really think he's gonna kill many or any drones? Okay, let's see. Let's see it. It's not gonna be easy. Okay, Fenner, you got to do something now. You got to make it happen. There's a spine crawler on the way, but soon there's going to be a good amount of Zerglings out for Petraeus, and that's where I fear this game gets more and more difficult. He's weakened up a bunch of these drones, but if he doesn't actually kill some, now that there are Lings out, it might not even matter. Oh, good surround on some of these Lings from Fenner. He's continued to actually rally across quite a few Zerglings, so he picks off all the Lings of Petraeus, and he's getting in that mineral. He's actually getting on top of the drones. Now this is getting awkward. He's actually killed off 4 workers. Suddenly Petraeus has a huge lead in workers. Fenner has a huge lead in workers. And now I'm really worried. Oh, Petraeus' queen pops out. She's birthed into a world where she dies, and GG is called Fenner. Fenner. Ouch. 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 Well, Fenner's not afraid to break out the cheese, is what we just learned. Fenner is not afraid to break out the cheese. And suddenly he's got a lead in this match. Not bad. Not bad at all. I have to say, I wasn't expecting him to open up 2-1. But he's doing well. He's doing well. Now I have to... Alright, now we have to... Wow, Minnie Mouse GG just subscribed. Wow. I feel so... I didn't realize there are famous people that subscribe to me. Daymare_ subscribed to me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mind blown. This is officially the best day of my life now. Alright. Let's set up map number 3. Map number 4, excuse me. Because my ability to count and read is pretty bad. Merry-go-round. So basically the way this works is once you go through all 7 maps, they're allowed to pick any of the other maps again. That's because I would try to do something trolly. It's Kappa StarLeague, But it's actually sponsored by Kappa StarLeague. It's not technically Kappa. It's not a Kappa StarLeague event. It's a Kappa StarLeague sponsored event. And when I say sponsored, I mean, out of, I'm paying for it. So, but I don't want to make this crazy because there's too much on the line for something a bit, as ridiculous as an off race best of 7 or something, I'm just surprised Fenner played a game without roaches. Yep, Fenner likes his roaches a lot. What can I say? I didn't update this spinning sub goal of death. Oh wow, I just switched between like 3 overlays at once. Oh wow. Look at that Kappa. Look at them Kappas in chat, right? Both players are ready to go. Just gonna set their clan tags. Jill. You're famous enough, DHQK. Everybody that subs to me instantly becomes famous. You literally become a part of esports history just for watching a best of 9 in ZVZ. Caparino. So when I subbed, it wasn't the best day. Silly, I don't use that. You don't need that. We got a 6 scoreboard on the bottom. No, we do need sound, though. Alright, so we have a 2-1 score right now. This guy's leading. As you can see, he's in blue. He's a Zerg player, and his name is Fenner. If you ever watched Fenner stream, twitch.tv/FENN3R, I believe, then, yeah, he's a funny guy. If you've ever seen him play DayZ, he's a murderous son of a bitch. He's killed many innocent people that have trusted him, just like me, actually. Sometimes he's killed innocent people while I was there. And sometimes he's just sweet-talked innocent people while I stood behind that innocent person and killed them myself. So, you can tell, Fenner's a great guy. His opponent in the top left, from Root Gaming, is Petraeus, who also likes to stay quite hydrated at events like MLG. Just remember, stay hydrated. It's very important for you. It's important for your physical and mental health. Be as hydrated as humanly possible. And merry-go-round, I think this is a pretty interesting map as far as ZVZ goes, because obviously taking the third base is like, it's difficult. You don't really take a third base unless you've done some sort of damage. Maybe makes it an okay muta map. This is the part where I throw out a bunch of bullshit analysis because I'm a caster and I don't actually know anything about ZVZ. Yeah, hash first from both players makes a lot of sense. Honestly, we could see anything because it's his mirror matchup. And mirror matchups, generally speaking, tend to defy the limitations of maps beyond any of the other ones, right? Like, ZVZ are much more likely to see both players play this out like they were playing on any map. Like, that's just how it is. Like, people never really pick PvP maps, PvP builds based on map. It's always what you want to do. Like, TVT sometimes can be different if there's, like, Reapers, but very few other units that actually make use of things like a scaling cliff and whatnot, because most Protoss players don't blink into their opponent's main or they just die. What's nice, though, in this game is Petraeus gets a very fast read on this extractor. So he knows very quickly, he's like, okay, Fenner, you've opened up gas, you sly son of a bitch. And Fenner, he doesn't know yet. Fenner doesn't know. And when he sees that there's no creep here, obviously Petraeus has not spawned there. So, he doesn't know that Petraeus has opened up gas, much like him. And, you know, for the most part, these guys are literally doing the exact same build, which, not to say that it gives any player an advantage, but having information is nice. Like, this is, you know, it is nice. So, we'll have to see if he can make anything work with it. If Fenner is going to be more or less aggressive because he hasn't scouted. And the thing is, Fenner actually can't scout. By the way, if you're wondering why the Overlord's leaving, there's a queen on the way. He's like, well, it's too late to scout you now. And Petraeus has just been, oh man, he has read him like a book. He is the peeping Tom in the tree outside of Fenner's window, and he has seen everything. And to Fenner and Petraeus, that makes him a very happy man. Makes him very happy. He knows exactly what he's up against, whereas Fenner does not. But what's this? He's pocketing Zerglings. Fenner, you cheesy son of a bitch. You're gonna make 1,000 lings and try to swarm over your opponent. And this This I can get behind. I love cheese in this matchup. Look at this spine crawler. Petraeus sees it. He's basically saying to Petraeus, yeah, bitch, look at this spine. I'm totally not about to throw 100 Zerglings. I'm totally not about to. No, it's not happening. Nope. Like, this is not. I don't even know if this is where you would normally put a spine. But he is basically saying, I'm defensive. And now 100 Zerglings from across the map. And suddenly Petraeus knows, oh, okay, you're not defensive. I have 3 drones finishing up. Well, you build a lot of drones, Petraeus. So if you don't die, you pretty much have the game in your pocket. But you don't have your Baneling Nest yet. You actually can't make Banelings. His Baneling Nest is 11 seconds away. And even that might be too much because there's just a gargantuan, there's a shit ton of lings spewing across the map. He has an actual literal metric fuck ton of Zerglings inside of Petraeus' base. This queen, man, she's trying to dance, but oh my god, lings are on top of everything. It's a Zergling. I don't know what to call. I'm trying to think of words that aren't too offensive, but he's basically got a Zergling drone orgy going on here. Now, Petraeus is making a lot of drones himself. However, he has been knocked behind in the overall drone. Oh, his drones are fighting the lings again now. That's really bad. He's using a lot more workers than I thought he was going to. And behind this, Petraeus is building a Baneling Nest. Petraeus is building drones. And Petraeus squeezed out a few lings too. But now Fenner. God damn it, I'm going to keep mixing these guys' fucking names up. Oh my god. Anyway, Fenner has built a lot of drones. He's gotten a Baneling Nest. And he's tried to put out a couple of Zerglings during all of this. But Petraeus is looking to counterattack. He is looking to get revenge. He's out for blood. And oh, the spine pushes him back. Fenner steps back up into his base. And with this economic lead that Fenner has, if he can hold on against this Baneling attack, he should be okay. Because Petraeus is still significantly down in workers. And with that spine crawler, these Banelings shouldn't be able to do anything. He targets down the Banes. Great micro. Only one Bane standing, but that's not quite enough to finish this. Another Bane's going to run and immediately get targeted down. That Baneling not really accomplishing too much. And suddenly, he's not going to be able to kill any drones with this. There's plenty of lings out. Now, Petraeus has been squeezing out drones in the midst of all of this. And the additional building of an extractor has caused Fenner to be even in workers now. And Fenner's actually still building a crazy amount of lings. Fenner's going to go for the double-double. The double-double counter attack, double Kappa attack. He's not going to let these lings build in Banelings in his base, though. Good cleanup by Fenner. So Fenner is just crossing the map. Wow, sick observing with a torrent of Zerg. Oh my god, look at the number of Banelings building 11 fucking Banelings. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. 2 Banelings detonate. And he just wants his Baneling count as low as possible because he just doesn't want his own Banelings to get traded against. And he might kill both. Oh, he's going to kill. Oh, almost killed both Banelings. That would have actually been sick city. Oh, nope, gets it anyway. Good catch by Fenner. There are 2 Banelings here. Petraeus kills all of the Zerglings of Fenner. Now that's what I'm talking about. Actually just kills the queen with Banelings because why not? And these drones, they're splitting. Oh, he's going to kill a few of them though. This is tricky. He wants to trade 2 Banelings for 2 and he will. Nice defense so far. These Banelings hit some decent connections, but what's important to note is that he did actually still kill some drones. Fenner has not lost a single fucking drone this whole game, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is seriously impressive. So Fenner's actually getting his lair together, man. Oh shit, this game's actually, he's got his lair already. Petraeus just started it. What are you supposed to do? He's gonna go into Mutalisks before you even have a roach foreign out on the map. And that has made this game very interesting indeed because he's even still building more Banelings. He is worried about Fenner going all in. But Fenner has very little intention of building any additional Banelings. He needs gas from Mutalisks. However, Petraeus doesn't know that. And that's why Fenner's getting away with lots of drones. He's saturated his 4 gases. And he's going to be able to put out maybe, I'd say 5 to 8, maybe 8 or 9 Mutalisks when his Spire is complete. Which is pretty awesome. And this is just one of those situations where he can also use this aggressive advantage to get his 3rd base a little bit more quickly. And that's quite nice for him as well. He does still make a few Banelings, which this is more of him looking for a small opportunity because this basically costs him almost a Mutalisk worth of gas, which can be tricky. So he's only going to make 6 Mutalisks, not 7. Which is fine. I might be actually able to make 7. So he could have been able to make 8, I guess, is what I would have wanted to say. But these Banelings, he's trying to trade these lings against the Banelings. It's just not really working out. He's not able to bait any hits. Oh, he's waiting on top of this ramp. Oh, sick! The plays from Fenner! Oh, that was just dirty. That oh, Fenner knew that was coming. Baby. Oh, man. I actually had nothing else to say but to that. 9 mutas coming out for Fenner. Third base almost done, and he can actually deny this third base of Petraeus pretty easily. Man, why were people doubting Fenner going into this match? He's going ham. Fenner is actually going ham right now, and Petraeus has a lot of units moving across the map, but okay, that was pretty bad. But the mutas are out, which means a direct Zergling attack is going to be a little bit more difficult to pull off, and he's going to have the Mutalisk advantage no matter what, and that also makes things difficult, so this is tricky. Oh, Fenner, he's moving over to the right side, picks off, he's like, fuck you, Overlord. Now he's coming back over to his third base. There are a good amount of Zerglings here, and these Zerglings get picked off. It's like, not really concerned. So, Petraeus is going to start to make Mutalisks, but he's starting so much later than Fenner that as long as Fenner doesn't seriously fuck up, he should have a significant lead as far as the air superiority goes. However, he needs to worry about counterattacks. There's 2 Banelings here waiting on the top of this ramp. Oh, wow. Wrecked. That was actually Tyrannosaurus motherfucking wrecked right there in those links. Overlord's gonna get killed. Wrecked. And Petraeus, I guess he wrecked an Overlord. Wow, that Overlord's kind of like, did you see that kind of like burst into bubbles? Didn't really fall into pieces. But the Roach switch has already begun for Fenner, who still has a lead in overall Mutalisk count. So he's going to trade his mutas. He's going to be like, yep, I'm going to kill your mutas. Trade him, kill your mutas for my mutas. And that means now he still has air superiority. Petraeus just GG's out. Fenner. When did Fenner become a god? These ZVZs are actually pretty. These ZVZs have actually been pretty fucking good so far. I'm actually impressed. I was really scared this would be like 40-minute Roach v Roach games like Koreans do. Koreans play the most fucking boring ZVZ style in the world. Like, I don't want to see, like, who wants to see Roach versus Roach for 40 minutes, 9 games in a row? Oh, jeez, not me. So, anyway, that means that Fenner is up 3-1. He still has to win 2 more games because it's a best of 9. But, yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the games. Hope you guys have been having a nice day so far. We've already surpassed the number of viewers that I thought we were going to get. So, that makes me very happy. I actually didn't think we'd get more than 500 viewers. But thank you all for tuning in. Alright, Deadwing's the next map. Suddenly, Petraeus is having a really hard time. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. He's getting wrecked so far. Petraeus is really good, but I did not expect this result that we have so far. This is a bit surprising. I thought this would be 3-1 the other way. But maybe I should stop talking about how much I was going to favor Petraeus in case he decides to watch the VODs, because then he'll probably hate me forever. Alright, Petraeus is ready to go. Fenner is ready to go. Alright, we're going to kick this off. Oh, Kudoki. Bum, 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 bum. Totally only got to pick one of them as Root Gaming, but oh well. Nathanius, what do you know about Arium? Arium's a really cool dude. He's a good player. Sick City. Yawn on stream, hashtag unpickcapital. Nathanius, your sub goal is going like Kappa miles per hour. Wow. Yeah. That's what I call it. God damn it, Nathan. This isn't WCS. You don't have to use that shitty little nameplate thing. I can't wait till we have Game Hard for WCS. Seriously. I literally ask those guys about it every single day. Can't wait. Deadwing. This is a big map. This map asks for roaches. In the bottom left, it's Petraeus. In the top left, it's Fenner. And these two mofos, they've been duking it out. We've been having lots of fun, going at it, making sweet monkey love to each other in this series. But man, I have a feeling that shit's gonna get real if this ends up being like a 5-1 or something, man. Fenner has got the fire right now. Fenner is like I don't know. He's buzzed up. He's coked up on something right now. I'm just gonna assume that he had a couple drinks before this match to get the nerves off. Because honestly, I probably would have done that. Well, I actually don't have any liquor here, but I would have wanted to. Anyway, let's see what else is gonna go on this game. I'm wondering. Obviously, it's not gonna be a fast pool since both players opened up with yeah, because they both have overlords. So, in case you guys don't know anything about StarCraft 2, you don't play Zerg. If the Zerg player gets the 15 supply and doesn't have any spawning pool on the way, and then they build a hatchery, then it's not cheesy. It's not a fast pool. Did he misplace that hatch? Or is it just naturally supposed to miss a little bit? Okay, I'm just an idiot. He's good. He's fine. Everything's okay. Everything is okay. But since there's no cross spawn on this, since there's no horizontal spawn, you can no longer have your naturals in the same screen, right? I can no longer have his natural minerals and these minerals in the same screen. It actually doesn't work anymore. So, yeah. Yeah, you can only spawn on the opposite sides of the map as far as bottom and top go. Which is okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I just imagine that Fenner would probably have come up with an even sicker cheese than the ones that he's broken out in the last 2 games. Were that the case. Why does Fenner use the fuck ugly overlords too? Like this skin right here is top 3 worst decisions Blizzard's ever made. I actually really hate this overlord skin. It's so ugly. Like really. I play versus a Zerg on ladder. I'm like, why would you actually set that as your skin? This overlord's at least got like the regular thing going on. Actually, in yellow, it looks really weird. I'm almost disturbed. This is actually, I don't feel comfortable looking at that overlord. So, a couple links are off Fenner. By the way, Fenner's opened with no gas, and neither has Petraeus. So we're gonna see. This will, at the very least, be dat mass roach game. We're gonna see some roaches today. You know, it was unavoidable that we would have a shit ton of roaches built at one point or another. And it would seem that that point has been found. So, these Zerglings are going to play around. These are like those kids at the playground. It's like, oh, hey, I don't actually like girls. It's like, well, you're 5 years old, so you don't know that yet. But they still like run around in circles and whatnot and push each other. But eventually, they part ways and they die. They die horrible deaths as they go up ramps. But Fenner moves his queens out to kill an overlord, so these Zerglings actually will be able to get into his base and scout. Now this scout isn't worth too much because, well, I guess he saw an extractor trick. I think that wasn't an extractor trick. I think he just took a fake gas. This is why I'm bad at Zerg. Oh, he killed a drone with his first 2 links. Already worth. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good to kill a drone like that. He lost an overlord, but everyone's gonna lose an overlord every now and again, right? There's just some things in life you can't get around. Roach Warren is on the way for Fenner. His first evolution chamber. Right now, what I'd like to know is whether or not Fenner wants to do a similar build to how he played out what fucking map was it? Catalina. He played out Catalina pretty aggressively with Roachling, and it didn't work out very well for him. Oh, his overlord dies. Man, these things really break into huge fucking chunks. Like, man, you guys see this? Overlords, when they die, they're like some of the, ugh. It's like these big floating sacks that I really don't like looking at are full of blood. Except it's not yellow when they die. These ones, they don't have quite as big sacks. Anyway, these queens are really on a quest to kill overlords. Oh, not able to kill that Zergling does make things awkward because Fenner wants a 3rd base, but Petraeus is not thinking about thirds, my lady. He wants to kill him. He's like, I'm gonna kill so many of your queens. Your overlords are gonna do. Look at everything that he's building. Like roach horns coming in, a spine crawler, lair, speed, +1, and Fenner. He's just making roaches, baby. He's just making roaches. He's just making roaches. And I can't say that I disagree with this choice. However, he's already shown that he pretty much never dies to this. So, the real question now becomes, can he hold on? This time around, Fenner's saying I'm going to get a Baneling Nest so I can actually fucking kill you because you had a wall last time. Now, this time around, there is no wall, but he canceled the third base. And this is not really as much a wall as it is a big target because he actually really doesn't want to lose this Roach Warren. And, surrounds a Roach. He's moving in. Link slipped through. He's trying to get on top of the queens. Of course, he's the one to do a little transfuse. Good transfuse for Petraeus. Second transfuse is on the money. He does kill the highest energy queen, but he took a lot of hits on his roaches in order to make that happen. Now he's got his own queens. He needs to transfuse. He's still attacking Petraeus' overlords, which just seems a little awkward. More lings are on the way. The Baneling Nest is done. Here we go. Oh yeah. Aw, yeah. Fuck ton of Banelings on the way, baby. I can't say it's a metric shit ton, but he's got a lot. He's gonna try to break open this wall. Evolution Chamber takes some damage. And he's actually gonna Baneling bust into this Roach Warren. Oh, well, that was quite the attack. More lings are gonna flood through. Drones are being pulled. Transfuses are dropping left and right, but Petraeus ain't no scrub. He doesn't lose to all-ins like this. He's gonna clean it up, and Fenner is once again totally fucked. I think Fenner's pretty much dead this game. Petraeus has done a phenomenal job at holding his roach builds. Somehow Fenner, being the kind of guy that really likes to build roaches in literally every single matchup, has managed to find a way to lose only games that he's built roaches in. He's won games where he only sticks on Zerglings, but this time around, it's just roaches. And he's losing. Like, for Fenner to bring this game back would be like that guy that went in the submarine down to the Titanic and caught that old lady's ring who threw it down into the water for whatever reason, right? Like, just that dumb. Like, yeah, we spent $1 bajillion to save your ring, and now you throw it away. Fuck you. +2 attack is on the way for Petraeus. He's already got his roach speed because he doesn't lose Roach Warren, and now he just has a giant roach phallus that he's gonna push into Fenner's base. And once again, there's not much Fenner can do. Not much to be done at all. He's making lings, but lings aren't gonna break +1 roaches. Thing is, when roaches have +1 attack, they kill Zerglings in 2 volleys, so. He's just gonna walk up and kill the Roach Warren. He's never even gonna get roach speed. GG. Petraeus is gonna make this series now 2-3. Kind of what I expected on a bigger map. Fenner couldn't get in his base quite as quickly as he did before. Things are definitely a little bit rougher around the edges. But yeah, Fenner builds roaches a lot. Fenner does roach all-ins. Fenner does roach Hydra against Terran. Like, he does all this shit that I really hate to see when I'm playing Terran. That then he just, like, he's actually not had any success with roaches in his own matchup. Like, in a ZVZ. In a ZVZ, he doesn't have any success. So Nimbus is the last map that we can actually play. And then we're going to have to go through the other ones again. Because it's best of 9, I think, right? That was game 6. You guys can tell that this is really high quality. Oh, that was game 5. Now we're going into game 6. We only have 2 more maps left. Alright. Let's see. What a party at? Yeah, Nimbus. Right. I can read sometimes. Okay. Hopefully you guys like that you've been using the Game Heart overlay too. I use the Game Heart overlay and the Game Heart custom map mod extension because it looks fucking awesome. If you're watching this and you run a tournament or organize a tournament, just use Game Heart. Seriously. Don't even think about it. Just do it. I'm not even a Nike rep, but I'm saying shit like this. Okay. When both players are ready, we'll start. Petraeus says go. Fenner says ready. I say GL, GL, GL. And it begins. So hopefully you guys are having a nice night, nice day so far. I'm excited to go see Guardians of the Galaxy when this is all over, which is why I actually told them prior to the match. I said, look, I will actually not pay for your flight. I will literally cancel the show match the instant I see a single fucking swarm host built. So, don't worry, guys. I saved your asses. There aren't going to be any swarm hosts in this best of 9. Hopefully not. But, wow. That camera control. In the bottom right, it's the yellow Zerg player, Petraeus. And I just quickly point out that his Overlord is going to go straight for Fenner's base, whereas Fenner's Overlord, probably because it looks like a fucking idiot, is not. In the bottom left, of course, the owner of the challenged Overlords, it is Root Gaming's Fenner. Yes, our production team has actually gotten lazy enough to not set their teams in game art anymore, because we'd rather start the games faster than waiting. So, Fenner's going to open up with a fast pool again, though. 10 pool. 10 pool, 10 pool. Maybe it's 10 pool Baneling, but guess what? An Overlord's coming, and he is going to see it. And that makes things just a little bit awkward. However, will he get there in time? Will it blend? One of the many of life's important questions. However, even if there is... See, like, the thing is, normally, you would not expect your opponent to do a build like this on this map, right? So you send your Overlord anyway. And even though he might lose his Overlord to the Queen, it's actually okay because he's going to know, holy shit, you have a Queen. So, probably some sort of early fast attack. Now, let's see. He's got it as a gas, so it's going to be 10 pool Baneling. This is the part where I would actually do that really not funny thing that literally every other commentator does when they say, oh, Artosis is rolling over in his grave right now. I mean, Artosis isn't even dead. Artosis is rolling over in his Hearthstone deck right now, and it's like, he's 10 pool Baneling, herp derp. Well, I think 10 pool Baneling has obviously shown itself to be an okay build if half the fucking players in the world use it every other game and every other series. So, this could work out. And, oh, it's actually going to be speed. Wow. Wow. I changed my mind. I love all the casters that say 10 pool Baneling is awful. Actually, I don't even mind that. Just mentioning Artosis every 5 seconds. Up. He knows. He's like, hey, queens don't build that fast, man. I don't even have a queen out yet. I'm already going to build a spine crawler. Mass speedlings are coming your way off of 1 base. And it's going to be a difficult hold for sure. Like, Fenner's queens actually like to go out on trips. I don't know if it's like a British thing, that the British are just like, they like to conquer foreign lands. But, this queen just like moves out way far. Anyway. Let's see what he can do. He's got a lot of lings out on the map now. His speed's almost done, but that spine's going to be done. It is done. This is already a queen out on the map. It's just kind of waiting. Once there's 2 queens, holding this ramp won't be too difficult, but that second queen is a little ways off. Second spine's on the way. He sees the lings moving out. He's got a couple of counterattack Zerglings sent in. That's actually adorable. He's going to clean up some reinforcements. I really like this from Petraeus. But Fenner, can he make it happen? He's moving in. He's got a lot of speedlings. So you can see supplies very close. Second spine's almost done. The queen is locked up nice and tight. He's going to go for the natural, which for the investment that he's made is actually okay for Petraeus. Petraeus is totally fine with this because they're both building drones right now. So Petraeus is just ahead in workers. And yeah, Fenner's got to have another. Fenner needs a backup plan. Killing that hatchery is cool, but you know what's cooler? Killing your opponent and winning the game. Oh, he surrounds his spine crawler. That's nice. Oh, transfuses are real. Oh shit, that sucks. So, transfuses are good. Petraeus somehow, he's getting all in, but he actually killed 2 workers with those lings he sent in. That's unfortunate. So what do you do now if you're Fenner? You break down the rocks. I guess that makes it difficult to wall off the main. But Petraeus is just like, okay, back off. Back it up. 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 Oh man, those lings tried to run up. That's not going to work. He's getting a Baneling nest. So I guess Fenner's just going to go all out. There's not really many other choices for him. He's built a lot of drones, but I think he's actually just wanted to saturate his 1 base. Like, that's it. He's just going to have his 1 base totally oversaturated a little bit. Maybe the 17. Okay, now he's still building drones. Okay, I guess Fenner's going to expand. That's It's not a terrible decision. He's pulled ahead in overall workers. But Petraeus is going to have his natural faster no matter what way we try to spin this record, baby. So, He still hasn't... Fenner, you taking your natural or not? You've got more drones. I'm supposed to say you're not an all-in motherfucker, but you're still an all-in mofo if you've only got one base. He's not. Oh, what? Okay. Petraeus is like, are you taking 3 bases now? It's like, no, I know you didn't take that as your natural. So now Petraeus has to be wondering why you would take... He's like, why would you take your hatcheries there? And he's like, I mean, you know? It's like, well, it's like, I'm going to all-in you off 1 base. And he's like, why aren't you scared of my 1 base attack? And it's like, perhaps he's wondering why you would threaten an all-in when you take the wrong natural. Something stupid along those lines. What are these Zerglings doing? These guys are like running. These guys are running the circuit, man. He wants to try to see if there's a 3rd base without actually having to run by the vision of an overlord. That is clever, but there's no 3rd base. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to bait out Petraeus too hard. Oh, he's blown a lot of banelings. That's a lot of banelings. What? He's... No. 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 Okay. Well, this is some interesting phallic movement indeed. There's 14 banelings on the other side of the map, and his whole army's out of position. These Zerglings are going to come in. He's like, yep, I'm just going to bypass you, brah, because I got banelings. Oh, my... I can't believe this actually worked. I can't believe this is literally happening right now. These drones are... They're evacuating the dance floor. Oh, my God. You have to be shitting me. He is all over Petraeus' base, but will he get enough damage done? That's the bajillion-dollar caster question, Kappa. These drones are going to run away. Oh, he needs to keep his wings alive. Good detonation there for Petraeus. And, okay, good. Okay, yeah, Petraeus holds. Well, that was a little bit underwhelming. He did a lot of mining. These drones not mining from the base they'd normally like to mine from. Are you... Ugh! Ugh! That is just wrong. He's got Zerglings attacking, by the way. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad I looked over here at this random moment in time. It's gonna kill all the workers in his main base. This Spinecrawler is going ham on drones, which generally doesn't happen, but he's okay with it. Fenner is a 1-base hero. And he's gonna win. He's gonna win this game. I didn't believe it. I did not believe it. He's got it in the bag now. He can wrap this one up, ship it, UPS it, easy. Fenner goes up 4-2 in this best of 9. That was such a dirty play by Fenner. Because he started those banelings before the queen even left his base. Like, he started those banelings before Petraeus' banelings even left. Like, really, really sick. Actually, pretty messed up. So, this has been a really weird match. Oh, Croissant just subscribed. I'm just gonna assume that you're French because the French people are easy to make fun of. But don't take it personally. I'm friends with Johan Litud Merlot, so making fun of the French is just kind of like a passive thing I do now. Yeah. Well, let's see what he can do here. Let's see what he can do. I'm actually really... This is almost a bit of an upset so far. Fenner's up 4-2. And Petraeus tweets out a ... Hopefully he's not too tilted. That can really hurt. That can really make things difficult. Can make things really, really difficult. I can't believe I actually called this Flight Night. Well, Fenner went ham, so that means we could have just one more game. what map? I think we have... Oh, we only have one more map left. Foxtrot. So, if Fenner wins this map, he gets a paid trip to Detroit on my expense. If Petraeus wins, then we move on to a next game. I think Petraeus is just taking a breather. Damn. But yeah, these guys are teammates, so they all do weird stuff. Giant weird faces are actually not okay. Alright, let me see here. Alright, both players are ready. We're going to start. Oh man, Gore and Din just subscribed. Thanks, man. Don't need that nameplate. God damn it. So guys, this could potentially be the final map of our best of 9 here at the Kappa StarLeague. Flight night. Basically, the winner of this series gets a paid trip to Detroit. I'm gonna pay for their flight, and then they can room with me because I'm gonna have my own room in Detroit for Battlegrounds Detroit, which will be awesome. It's gonna be a really great event. I implore you guys to check it out at battlegrounds.redbull.com. Really hoping that you guys tune in, and that any of you who live in the Northeast United States, that you guys can find time to come. It'd be really awesome. Really appreciate it. There's actually a code that they put out during their Battlegrounds event. I don't know how long it's going to be valid for, but it was like DET Twitch 20, and for just $20 you can actually sign up to play or sign up to watch, which is really cool. It's really awesome because if you sign up to play and you lose, then you can still watch. Like, it doesn't matter. So you get an opportunity to play against some of your favorite pro gamers. So I implore you to check it out. Battlegrounds.redbull.com. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. But I'm going to see one of these guys there for sure. Only one of them is actually able to go, since neither of them can afford to. That's why we're having this match. And even though a lot of people told me that Petraeus was going to sweep... Oh, wow, the scoreboard's wrong. Even though a lot of people told me that Petraeus was going to sweep, Fenner has... he's brought his A game. Fenner has actually busted out some sick builds, and with some really good control and pretty crazy decision-making, he has managed to put himself one game away from that trip. That's why there was a show match. People are like, Nathan, why don't you just buy Fenner? Why don't you just buy Fenner's ticket? Petraeus' ticket now. And I'm like, well, because I know Fenner's going to practice his ass off when I tell him that he gets an opportunity to do this. So he's brought out the mind games. He's brought him out, and he's been fucking with Petraeus' head this whole damn series. And Petraeus, at every turn, he needs to be ready for the next level of cheese, because Petraeus just wants to play a nice macro game. He wants to play a long, hard, drawn-out, roach-infested StarCraft 2 game. And that's simply not what Fenner is interested in, because Fenner knows that Petraeus' macro is dirty. But in a best of 5, best of 9 situation like this, you have to be prepared for anything. And right now, Fenner is actually just playing it super cool. He's not taking any gas. We're going to see him once more go into roaches. I think Fenner's in a comfortable enough position where he can try to play out the macro game, but that is where Petraeus has had success. We've actually seen that in this series, in this single best of 9, guys, it has literally been a 100% win rate in games where there are only Zerglings made for Fenner, and it has been a 100% win rate for Petraeus in games where roaches are made. So, obviously all that means is that if Petraeus builds a roach, he wins the game. So he should just roach rush on 8 supply. Kappa. But seriously, the game going longer has definitely been good for Petraeus. Fenner, though, he generally picks builds that don't really go for that. In fact, Fenner this game has really changed things up because he's gone really heavily into this defensive play. He actually starts 2 spines. He's expecting some sort of attack. He hasn't been able to scout. Maybe he saw that speed was on the way. I don't know if you can tell that speed's on the way from just this. I actually don't know, but if there's anyone that would know, it's probably a Zerg player. But 2 spines is Fenner's way of saying, no, you're not going to kill me. I'm literally just going to build drones. He's going to saturate his natural. Fenner is actually quite a bit ahead in workers compared to Petraeus, but Petraeus starts up a shit ton of Zerglings. He cancels the spine. Oh, okay, now I'm a little worried. We're going back to what that phrase I used earlier. What was it? A literal metric fuck ton? Yes, that's what he's building in terms of Zerglings. And that's going to be hard to stop. That is going to be difficult. And now I'm really worried. He's going to start another spine again because he sees the lings coming. There's no Baneling nest, but it's just pure lings. However, even with good SimCity, holding off against this is going to be really difficult. He's pulling the drones out of his base. He's like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. In fact, he's just going to focus down this hatchery. He's saying, screw you. I'm going to kill your base. There's nothing you can do about it. And now suddenly, this hatchery is very low. Running low on hit points. Double transfuse has been dropped, but there's just too many Zerglings. And Petraeus just walks in, snipes a hatchery, and moonwalks the fuck out. Drones. No, don't. You know it's not worth your life. It's not worth your life. No. Wow. Okay. That's nice. Petraeus was actually still down on workers before that just happened. Now he's significantly ahead. He's going to run and just snipe this hatchery again. Good cancel. Forced. Fenner's in a tough spot. This is bad for Fenner. He has to spend another drone, of course, to rebuild that hatchery. He's not mining his gases effectively. And his lair is also a little bit behind. So when this roach horn finishes, Petraeus can start up his roach speed just a little bit quicker. However, this time around, both players are getting their roach upgrades. It's +1 attack for both of them. No carapace upgrades. Look at this, even denying the creep tumors. He's just like, no, you're not getting anything on me. I'm so sick and tired of your Zergling bullshit at the start of every game. But it's been okay. As Lair's going to finish up soon for Fenner, but his natural's still not been rebuilt yet. Fenner needs to get a couple roaches out, and he needs to actually, I guess this creep tumor is going to keep this larva alive. Can you believe the RNG of these larvae literally just walking off of creeps to suicide themselves? I was right about to talk about how that creep was like perfectly placed, but it's not actually a larva dying. Use these larvae, Fenner. No, you're too young. Don't cross over. Oh my god, how is that one? This is like RNG at its finest. SCV movement while building structures and larva. It's the only 2 random number generation in StarCraft 2. But keeps back. The little tyke survives. Now, let's see what he can do here. He's got a 3rd base on the way. Petraeus' 3rd is a little bit further ahead. Petraeus also has a metric fuck ton of roaches. And that, of course, goes without saying that when you're up against a literal metric fuck ton of anything, you're in serious risk of getting fucked. So his 3rd base gets canceled by these lings. No cancel? Or did he just kill the drone? Maybe he just killed the drone as I was building it. But Petraeus once again finds himself about to win because he made it to roaches. And Fenner, I'm really worried for him. This is just too many roaches for him to stop. Like, this is just way too many roaches. He's moving his spine crawlers around too. He really can't afford to be caught with his spines out of position. Oh, this is tricky. He's holding on. I mean, these spines are actually really doing a good job of deterring, and Fenner's supply is building up, but this third base, right? The worker count is ahead for Petraeus. Fenner, he couldn't even use more drones if he had them because he is fully saturated in his main and natural. He doesn't need gas because he needs minerals. Starts at third base once again, but the Zerglings and the Roaches are here. They're prepped and ready to rock. Fenner, go get him. Save the third. Oh, denied again. Fenner is having a really rough time. There's just too many roaches, I think, on the map. I think there's too many roaches here. I'm really worried for Fenner. Changeling gets killed. He like desperately needs this third base. He needed this third base like 3 or 4 minutes ago, but it's just been, he has been cock blocked the fuck out of that third, and that has made his life a living hell. 6 links to rule them all. 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill, 0 kills, 1 kill. Wow, this one just deserves to be sacrificed on an altar, huh? Just prop that bitch up, light him on fire. Anyway, Petraeus, he's got a giant roach ball. He's moving out. Fenner's roach ball is actually pretty big too, but he doesn't have quite as many as his opponent. Of course, the supply difference is also based in workers, but I think being down 8 roaches with 2 spines and your queens makes it holdable. It's just not easy. And he has to wait for reinforcements, but the spines are going to split up now, which makes the natural a little bit more vulnerable. The roach pre-spread is nice, but Petraeus is moving in on that third base. Actually killed one of his own lings. I wonder if he killed the ling that had no kills. The roaches are moving in now. Spinecrawler targeted down immediately. Transfused his queen, but that died, and I think Petraeus just has too much here. Fenner's trying to run up and defend. He's trying to hold on, but Petraeus has +2 upgrades, +2 attack, +1 carapace. Fenner's +2 is just about to complete, but it's just not in time. GG's called. And Petraeus puts this match now at a 4-3, almost standstill. And Fenner, he had a little comfort blanket, his little comfy wumpy blankie, but that's gone now. It's gone. His blanket has been torn from him. And Fenner certainly needs to, now he needs to tuck himself in if he wants to win this series, because Fenner's not going to do it for him. Well, Fenner's, god damn it, I keep mixing up their names. Why do I think of these two people as the same person? Maybe that's why I ran this match. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyway. Moving forward. Let's see. Now we get to actually go through the maps again. Nathan, when are you gonna get Tasia to play on KSL? Maybe someday. What drove me to offer a best of 9 to 2 Zergs? Because they're both pretty good, and I think that they're like close to equal skill. So let's see here. What's the map gonna be? Nimbus. Okay. I wanted to offer derpy maps as an option, but unfortunately, if I did derp maps or non-regular maps for a series that had a flight, that had something this valuable put as the prize, then I think that would be a little bit disingenuous of me to basically, you know, to fuck these guys up. So. Alright. Wow. Flux, man. You got that flirting game going on, huh? Kappa HD. The top left. Oh, yeah, crossbones this time. It's going to be harder for Fenner to cheese. The top left, we have a yellow Zerg. That's not the tab I wanted to open. We have a yellow Zerg. He goes by the name Petraeus. Actually, I actually should have just gotten Zeph in for this cast, because aside from knowing that Fenner, this guy is actually an Englishman, he's not Australian. He's like pseudo-Australian, right? It's like me being Pennsylvanian, even though I was born in New York, but I've actually spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania, so I identify more with them. You know what I mean? Anyway, it doesn't really make sense because I think Fenner went to Australia and he was like 16 or 17. But my point is, he's like not really Australian. He's in a 10 pool again. Maybe it's gonna be 10 pool Baneling this time. I don't know. I'm not sure, but there's a reason why he picked this map again, and it is because he wanted to break out his finest cheddar, sire. That's simply the greatest cheddar that the world has ever seen. So, this is a nice opportunity, but it's not going to be easy, as Fenner has certainly shown that he is cheesy enough for Petraeus to want to be careful. Now, Petraeus is going to open up pool first. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. He's been cheesing me every game. The only games that Fenner has won are off of early attacks, and the only games that Petraeus has won are off of not early attacks. So, no slight to Fenner. Fenner's a good player, and his macro isn't, necessarily horrible. Petraeus just seems to play out the mid-late game better. And I don't even know about late game. Petraeus just seems to have a better grip on the mid game in ZVZ. Fenner enjoys the Roachling play a bit more, and I can't really blame him for that. But this time around, he's not actually going to open up with gas. So, his Overlord scouted that he wasn't in the bottom left, and his Overlord on the right side did not see an Overlord. So, he's just going to hope. He's drone scouting. He's going to hope that he spawns in the top left, and he does find him. I think So he sees the creep. That's what the drone scout is for. And now he's going to try to move in and get a little cancel arena on this hatchery. But there are already lings coming out for Petraeus. Petraeus is ready, man. He is prepped and ready. He has his... He sees these early. He's like, yeah, you want to try to get in here real fast? No way, man. My base already has Chastity Belt built in with this 15 pool. And he's got a Spine on the way. He's building a Queen. Now I think Fenner's actually double mind gaming him because he wants to fight with these Zerglings. Sure, he wants to try to kill some drones, but forcing a Spine out is a bit much, I think, because Fenner is building drones. Fenner, remember, he didn't take any gas. Fenner is building drones. He's building his natural up, so he looking to actually go into a macro game with a lead here by forcing Petraeus to build Zerglings, and so far, so good. Fenner's got a 2-drone lead. And you might say, Nathan, does that actually matter? Does that mean anything? It's like, well, yeah, because this Spinecrawler is now fucking useless. And that is obviously not... That's a sad place in life to be. The Zergling's running. Nope. Oh, no. Okay, he escapes. But still, bunch of lings Petraeus can't really use because he himself does not have gas. And when you don't have gas, you don't have speed. So yeah, that applies in many different places in life. So, anyway, let's see. Now, these lings want to poke. Fenner, they can't run up there. Funny little guy. You're so funny. You can't just run Zerglings up that ramp. There's queens there. Anyway, Fenner still just droning. But there's a Zergling. Oh, not able to scout the natural. And you might say, Nate, does that even fucking matter? Yes, because you want to know if he actually expanded or not. And yeah, it seems like he expanded, but you want to know whether he's built gas in his natural, right? What if you just took a natural gas, Kappa, and then used it to get fast speed and go for a 2-base all-in, right? Because there's one thing I know about Fenner. Just because he doesn't want a 1-base all-in you doesn't mean that he doesn't want a 2-base all-in you. So gas is going to get taken now. Petraeus going for the duo extractor. Fenner's going to go for the old 3. He's going to give it the old college try. And he's just going to continue to crank out drones. So Fenner has put himself, I would say, in the best position that he is going to be for this match, right? Like, as far as a ZVZ goes in the macro stage, Fenner has been greedy enough to give himself an advantage. And it's been a couple drone lead, which has been nice. So I'd like to see him stick to this. Oh, is he going to build a rope shoreline and 2 evolution chambers? Okay, that's good. He's going to go double upgrades this game. Fenner's going full out greedy because he realizes that Petraeus is actually just not aggressive at all. You know what I mean? It's like, just imagine what would happen if you're like, you go to the woods and you see a bear, like this giant fucking grizzly bear, And obviously, your intentions would be to kill it in some sort of cheap way, because you can't beat a grizzly bear in hand-to-hand combat. But Petraeus is like the grizzly bear, even though he looks nothing like a bear. But, you know, he's a grizzly bear that doesn't want to fight. Like, he's a grizzly bear that just kind of chills there, right? And, like, right now, he's like, yeah, he wants to paw at this hatchery, but he hasn't built a lot of lings to commit against this. He's just being as annoying as he possibly can be, because he should not be able to deny this. If he did, I'd be impressed. He's got the ling count to do so. Maybe he's going to bait out this queen, too? Well, all the lings are dead. Now this queen is fucked. Okay, well, this grizzly bear just, like, accidentally went to, like, gently pat Fenner on the head and accidentally, like, tore his fucking ear off is basically what just happened there. And now I'm really worried, because, yeah, you got a queen out, but what happened to the last queen? No, Fenner, your queens... Now there's roaches, so I guess he does in the end save the hatchery, but at what cost, Kappa? +1, +1 roach speed. He canceled the second evolution chamber because that is just too uncheesy of him to go for double upgrades. And Petraeus still got a pretty reasonable setup. His lair timing, actually both players' lair timings were the same, so I shouldn't compliment either one of them. Overseer, trying to get some scouting. Not really seeing too much. Doesn't know about where the roach horn is. Doesn't know if there's an early Hydra den. Or a spire. Or some, I don't know, anything of that variety. Oh, Overlord. Broken into chunks. Into chunks. They should fall further than that. This is outer space. Is there a glass floor in this map? It looks higher elevated than this platform, so I'm going to assume no. Overseer. Fly. Oh. Okay. Okay. Fenner's going for a big approach push with this +1. He has a lot of drones on the way behind this. He should not be able to break Petraeus. Yeah, Petraeus just has way more roaches than him. Run. Scuttle your way. Run, cuttlefish. Okay. Should be okay. These things don't have speed, so they can't actually catch up to these roaches. But Petraeus, oh man, he's actually looking to deal some damage with this push. Fenner is starting to crank out roaches of his own, but does he have enough? That I'm not so sure of. Petraeus' macro game is just too good. He's actually got an overwhelming roach lead, an overwhelming supply lead. Again, not overwhelming in terms of... Wait, why does he have so much extra supply? I can't... Oh, so I guess it's the extra lings? Like... Well, Fenner just built a giant wave of roaches, so he's okay now. I was gonna say, I'm like, the supply just looks so dirt because Fenner didn't fuck up that bad. And he didn't. He didn't, so he's not gonna die, which is good for him. Third base saturated, 1 gas. Third base saturated, 1 gas. Second gas on the way. Main base saturated, natural, contaminated. The structure is unable to train new units or research upgrades. Now that is just upsetting. Bye-bye rocks. Those rocks are gone. These rocks still stand. Is he gonna kill his own rocks? I don't know. Is he? I'd be like, will Petraeus kill his own rocks? Will Fenner ever put a creep tumor anywhere here so that he can inch forward just a little bit? Who knows? But here comes Fenner. Changeling gets Rectorino. Now, does Fenner have enough roaches to actually try to do something? Because Petraeus is going to have his +2 maybe 20 seconds after, but his +1 armor is going to finish soon as well, and that's things get really tricky. Hydralisk Den's done, by the way, but I don't know if the Hydra Den is quite ready. He can't afford to switch into Hydras just yet. This is a big roach push coming up from Fenner, and he's going to have an upgrade lead for maybe like 0.5 seconds, and his roaches aren't spread out well, though. Which is going to make this hard. Oh, he's just going to go for the fight. +2 attacks done for Fenner. +1 carapace has finished for Petraeus. The +2 is not yet done for Petraeus. So Fenner's roaches just have a little bit more juice behind them. And I'm not sure, though, that he has that defender's advantage that he really needs, because he still had some supply moving across the map. And that is going to be a resounding fight victory for Petraeus. Now I'm really worried for Fenner. Fenner got Burrow. He got Burrow move. Petraeus did not get either of those upgrades. But I'm still highly concerned for... Yeah, I'm still highly concerned for Fenner. This is a really difficult position to be in. He needs to make some magic happen with burrowed roaches somehow. But look at this. Spores, spines. I guess he doesn't need any more if he's got this outer area covered. An overseer over here. And now the metric fuck ton swell of roaches. Oh, is he not going to push? He could. He could. Roaches are moving out. Fenner. He's going to try to kill this. Maybe he could try to snipe the hatch. That's not against fuses. Transfuse. Oh, burrow. Does he have Overlord speed too? Oh man. Petraeus is on top of his game. Petraeus is on top of his game. Fenner's got roaches still, but are roaches going to be enough against Roach Hydra? Well, there's not that many Hydras, but I still think there's an... Okay, yeah, there's enough Hydras. This is a really scary position to be in for Fenner. Look at these Overlords, man. Look at these Overlords. They're doing nothing. These roaches are trying to snipe this base, though. Drones are being pulled. There's not really enough damage output to actually save this hatchery because he's maxed out and all his army is over here. Oh, that's awkward. He's continuing to wail on the hatch. It's getting very low. Oh, transfused from downtown. Okay, he's good. And now the roaches come in. Drones are pulled. The party hats are out for Fenner. He's got a good spread on his army. He'd like to be able to get on top of these roaches if possible because, man, these Hydras... Them Hydras are wailing away, and Fenner has even broken. Looks like yes. It looks like Fenner might just get cracked apart here as these additional roach reinforcements come in for Petraeus. But, well, he's fighting hard. Is he really going to hold on? I guess he had so much supply back home that he couldn't break them. Wow, that's actually really impressive. He could catch these Hydralisks suddenly. I've done that thing where I've called the fight without knowing who would win, and I'm surprised, and it makes the game slightly more dramatic because none of you thought he was going to win either because I gave you false information. But now the army's too big and Fenner's going to lose the game. GG. Petraeus ties it up 4-4. I was scared this series would go to 9 games. I was scared that I'd have to cast 9 ZVZs in a row. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay mostly because some of the games are really short, and I've still enjoyed casting this match so far. Yeah. I want to give another shout out to Daymare. Apparently he streams, so you can check him out, I guess. He's one of the people that just subbed to me. He was like, yo, man, it's my last $5 subbing. I was like, well, I'll give you extra shout out then. If I only had $5 left, I don't know if I'd sub to me, but thanks, brah. Okay. Scores 4 out of 4. Fenner versus Petraeus. But I guess you guys already knew that. One final map to decide it all. One final map. It's come down to the wire here, boys and girls. Shout out to awesome peoples in the chats. Lizeferino. That John Kwando guy that says WTF is Kappa. No Kappa, no cry. Huh. Let's see. Oh, Scion. You gotta set up your Kappa game, man. You put a lot of Kappas that didn't translate. Let's see now. Anyone else say anything interesting? Lots of Kappas. Yeah, it is very interesting. But it's easy to read. Alright, let's see if Petraeus can do it. Fenner wants the final map to be merry-go-round. Final map, merry-go-round. This is it. One single map to determine who is going to Red Bull Battlegrounds Detroit. And I want to thank those of you that subscribed today. I'd like to ask one final time if you want this to happen more, if you want me to do more show matches like this, you could either sub or you can follow me on Twitter. I prefer if you follow me on Twitter. @NathaniasTV. You so I can get sponsors and shit for stuff like this, man. People like, you need a following to get people interested in your stuff. So that's twitter.com/DannyEastTV. My mods are going to start spamming it in chat, so you guys can just click their links. But I appreciate all y'all that have tuned in. So many people watching a ZVZ Best of 9. That is really not what I expected, but hopefully I've made things interesting. Hopefully I've made this at least mildly interesting for all of you guys to watch. Because I've had some fun. Alright, let's make sure both players are ready. And then we're going to start the final match of this Best of 9, guys. The final match. So, that being said, Fenner is ready, waiting for Petraeus. And if Petraeus tells me he's ready, then we're gonna start. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic, fantastic. Nathanius, we're ready to be on ladder to get to the Seed Academy of Root. You don't, man. You gotta beat cats on ladder, and then if he thinks you're good, maybe he'll hook you up. You don't ask. If you practice hard and you play well, opportunities will come to you. Insert some other standard generic motivational stuff here. Sion, you have to put spaces between your kappas, man. You guys it's gotta be kappa space kappa. All your kappas are chained together. You can't daisy chain kappas. That's against the internet. That's against the Geneva Convention to chain your kappas together. Haven't you heard of civil rights? Alright, in the top left, we have the beardless Zerg from New Zealand. It's Root Gaming's Petraeus. What the fuck did I just press? Okay, I didn't zoom in. Alright. This keyboard, man, it's got too many keys on it. His opponent, in the bottom right, the top right, representing England and all the things that are great, like tea, crumpets and biscuits and all sorts of things, and making fun of Americans on a daily basis. It's Root Gaming's Fenner. This is the final map to determine in this Best of 9 who gets to go to Battlegrounds Detroit. It's crazy to think that if I'd actually gone through with my original plans of switching this to being a Best of 7 so that I could go to the movies earlier, that Fenner would have already won. But, alas, things have become a little bit more tricky for our cheesy Zerg player. And now things have gotten interesting. Things have gotten very interesting indeed, because every single game where a roach has been built, Fenner has lost. And as I know, Fenner is one of those mans that has the roach tramp stamp on the lower back on his lower back. He's got a roach tramp stamp, you know, if you ever get the opportunity. It's like some girls like butterflies. He's like, no, I like roaches. But Petraeus is clean. He's pure, you know. He doesn't have a beard. Fenner has a filthy, filthy goatee, just like me. Just like I've got a Widowmine. I've got a Widowmine tramp stamp, but you can't see it. You can't see it until it's too late. Spawning pool opening, though, with a gas. Not really surprising. Slightly faster gas for Fenner. It could allow him to probably get his Zergling speed shortly after the completion of his spawning pool. But aside from that, not really looking to expect anything too crazy from Petraeus. Petraeus has been playing super standard, really. Petraeus has done a very good job of avoiding utilizing any cheese of any sign. Now Fenner, I imagine that he's not actually playing this game on a chair. He's probably sitting on a wheel of cheese. Sitting on a wheel of fucking cheese while he throws out all of these ridiculous build orders against Petraeus, which has worked. He's actually won every single game where he's cheesed, whether or not it's worked out or not. Like if he gets his pool before 10 supply or at 10 supply before his first overlord, then it works out quite well for him. But looking at the rest of this series, I expect Fenner now with this Zergling speed on the way to drop a Baneling nest as soon as he can. He's got a very fast Baneling nest, and it's gonna be an interesting little map here. Zerglings are gonna move out for Petraeus to go and do a little bit of scouting. So, I'd like to take this time to cordially remind you, while we're in the boring phase of the game, that you guys can check out battlegrounds.redbull.com, get tickets, Come hang out with me and Roddy. Come to Detroit. Let's chill and hide out in our hotel. And probably, actually, I don't even know if we would do that. We actually have to cast a lot. I'll probably just sleep when I'm done working, actually. Well, you can come see us at the event, I guess. And it'll be fun. It'll be fun, to say the least. So, get tickets. DET Twitch 20, I think, was the code we were using during the final Battlegrounds Global Qualifier. You guys get your tickets to Detroit and come hang out. It's going to be fun. You actually have no reason not to come. If you're physically able to, you should. Zergling speed's on the way. It's going to finish up very soon for Fenner, and his Baneling nest is going to be done soon. He did build an okay number of drones. He's got a spine and a second gas. Is he really not going to cheese? Fenner has decided to go all out with his balls out this game. He's not going to cheese Petraeus. Oh, these Lings. Okay, his Zergling speed's done for them now too. But he's, oh, the Lings are running through. Drones. Oh, okay. Well, he's not going to accomplish anything too seriously there. Fenner's starting to build some Lings, though. Fenner is starting to put out the Zerglings. Does he try to kill Petraeus? No, he's taking another gas. He starts his lair. Fenner, you have so much gas. Are you going to build Banelings with this? No. Oh, there's no Overlord here to scout your gas, so this fake isn't really going to accomplish much of anything. He's blocking drones. These Overlords are going to finish, and Fenner is just going to go... He is actually just going to go for the one final Ling Bane all-in. But if there's one random comment I've made that actually makes sense in this best of 9, I can't move the camera any closer to it. I'm trying. But there's a Roach Horn, and once there's a Roach on the map, Petraeus has literally not lost a single fucking game in this series. He has won every game where he's built a Roach. And that's 4 games, by the way. And this could be number 5. The Roaches are almost ready. He's baiting the Lings up. There are Banelings up here. He's got a lot of gas to build Banelings with. A lot of gas. Now, with Roaches coming out, this could be it for Fenner. Fenner, this is it. This is your last chance, your last opportunity, your last dance. And he's got a lot of Banelings. I just don't see any way that he's going to be able to break him now. Fenner, he's tried, but Petraeus just has too much here. And Fenner has economy back home. Petraeus is ahead in workers, though. And Petraeus has tech. He has got his lair. He has his Roach Warren. He has an evolution chamber. And that means we're about to see Roach speed kick up. We're about to see +1 attack. We're about to see maybe even another gas or a third base. But Fenner just started his lair. He doesn't have spines. He's going for the Ling run by to end all Ling run bys. It's cute, but it's not enough. The Roaches come back. I think he was ready for a counterattack. That's actually really smart that he did this to prevent a counterattack from coming his way. Because these Lings still present a very real threat, and now suddenly Petraeus can't move out on the map. But Petraeus has his third base on the way. That's the really big problem. Because Petraeus, as a player without the mobile force, he's usually the player that you would expect to take a later third. Like, it's usually easier for the Speedling opening player to get all up in his opponent's grill like that and try to kill them. But for this particular situation, that's not the case. And once his third base is done, I think Fenner's actually kind of boned. So he's going to bring out a lot of Lings. He actually needs to cancel this third base. But there's one Baneling that could really put a damper on his day. That could really put a doo-doo in his diaper. That could really put a double A in his triple A battery Game Boy. But let's see. Let's see it. Roaches are here. He's ready to catch. These Roaches are ready for some love. And I think that they're going to get what they want. He's got an Overseer. He scouts out the main. There is a Spire on the way, so it's not like Fenner doesn't have a transition. But he has no way to deal with this many Roaches. And this Baneling is still here. There's still Banelings waiting in every which place. There's that Bane. Oh, close up half the Lings. Fantastic. Fantastic Baneling detonation for Petraeus. Now Fenner is now at half the supply of his opponent. And even though they have the same worker count, he can't stop the Roach train. Choo-choo, motherfucker. Roaches. And the Spire's not done yet. I think Petraeus has done it. And Petraeus is going to score himself a flight to Detroit. And Fenner says, guess I better pay my speeding ticket. GG. And Fenner says I better pay being taken. I don't know the difference. I don't know. I actually think both of these players are the exact same person, which is why I messed that up. Some guy tweeted at me a cake that his girlfriend made. Your cake makes your girlfriend. I thought I was about. That actually looks like it's got real life body parts in it. I wouldn't eat that. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully y'all had a little bit of fun here. Hopefully we were just crazy enough. We made this match. Hopefully I managed to make this match just stupid enough for you all to enjoy it. As a lot of ZVZ. We came a long way together, guys. But I want you to know that I love you all. And I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. But that's going to be it for now. This has been the Kappa StarLeague. This has been the Kappa StarLeague. And thank you so much for tuning in. Petraeus scores himself a flight to Detroit, which I'm going to book literally right now. So, that's all. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day. Mwah. Bye.